Oh my goodness, guys. Hello. Today we have incredible game that's called Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart takes place across various different planets where you play as both Ratchet and Rivet. Whilst there is a little to differentiate between the two, both characters have their own personalities. Rivet is a trouble Lombax who has been through a lot. She may have had it rough, but her candor and wit set her apart from the lovable Ratchet. She speaks from the heart and fight whilst wearing it on her sleeve. Planets often focus on the Lombax at a time, but there are certain missions where they intersect. There are some magic set pieces that slow off the high performance of the PS5. Ratchet and Rivet both have their moments in the spotlight and that fill it with action unlike anything you've seen before. Some planets allow you to travel on a snail-like creature called a spittle. This slime friend sees you spanning across the map with easy, experiencing a welcome change of pace. There are flying lizards you can travel on a battle arena where you face off against waves of enemies for various prizes, epic boss fights, rail segment where you fly across the skies, underwater trailways, and perhaps coolest element of all is the dimensional rifts. Whilst you do play most of the game as either Ratchet and Rivet, there are moments where you play as some of your friends. Puzzle levels where you control Clank are some of the coolest gameplay shift in the entire game. You must use different orbs to place them across the puzzles in order to get a succession of fellow Clanks to the finishing line. If you're old enough to remember Lemmings, it is the same vine. Some orbs will lower or lift obstacles in the way or make the clunks jump high. Other orbs will span them up or open up electrical currents for both you and the other clunk to pass through. Another body of ratchets that occasionally pops up is glitch. There are small bugs that gets placed inside the terminal to remove a virus so that it can be used by Ratchet. By controlling the little bug, you blast virus and power up the terminal, whilst you don't get to use glitch, a lot it a nice departure from the chaotic gunplay and high-speed adventure you often find yourself doing. Ratchet and Rivet will build up an immersive collection of weapons. There are so many different weapons you'll be able to unlock with bullets you collected. Buzz blades fire spiked blades at enemies. Headhunter is a sniper rifle with the ability to dish out a lot of damage. Warmonger is a missile launcher. Void Repulsor can fire at enemies but also hold up a shield of protection, and the large Negatron Collider fires a focused beam of energy. There are tons more and each one levels up the more you use it. By visiting Mr. Zircon's shop, you can also improve weapon abilities with the Ratrium you found. Along with the impressive array of weapons, Ratchet and Rivet have some fancy gadgets that make traversal a walk in the park. Most are available in the early stages and they range from Gatling, phantom dashing through the air, wall running, the magnetic boots and more. Throw the dimensional rift into the mix and movement, it's a breeze. It feels amazing drifting between field traversal and fairy combat. There are plenty of collectibles to find all over the 9 planes. Some require you to wander off the beat path or travel through the purple portal to another dimension. It is during this hunt where our assorted mechanics can be used to their fullest. The planetary layers are completely different. Some have smaller combat areas where you have little freedom, and others are much wider. You never feel restricted or lost thought. Enemies can be found everywhere as can bosses, and using the tight control to get around are more than graphing. Well as the game played amazingly, it is power of the PlayStation 5 that take Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart to new level. Insomniac Games has made full use of the PS5 capabilities. The DualSense controller hums, rattles, and vibrates in many different ways depending on the situation. You feel every click of a keyboard, the pedals of your feet across the metallic walls, and the buzz of dimensional portals as you pass through them. I'll never forget how Astro's Playroom felt for this first time. but this offers a higher sense of wonder. Visually, it's sublime. So many times it felt like I was watching a Pixar movies and playing video game. For the main majority of my time with it, the performance was excellent. There were only a few times it felt like it wasn't quite hitting 30 FPS, but more often than not it ran very well. Getting around the planets, partaking in his battles and jumping from place to place in your ship was silky smooth. It's hard to find anything bad to say about it. The voice acting is superb and the cutscenes are astonishing. So much is packed into it that hours fly by. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart set a new bar for platformers. It's hard to believe where we are with his level of technologies. It makes great use of the hardware or offer and constantly improves in every department. It features a great story, excellent gameplay, and there are tons of collectible for those that love to 100% gamers. Insomnia Game has once again made something you'll be honored to spend your time playing. Thank you for watching, guys. Goodbye.